be something a bit more promising.
Frost
I know.
in May.
Sorry.
Don't blame the messenger.
No, I'm not. No, not at all. Just finding it hard to understand. There we go.
Thank you very much, Louise. We're going to go straight to Simon now. Simon's out and about. He's down at the London Stock Exchange. Whatever happens in Westminster, it's a big day for the financial markets, isn't it, Simon?
It sure is. The markets open in about 10 minutes' time. Patience wearing a bit thin here. They need a deal soon, don't like uncertainty. Otherwise, we could see a return to the wild gyrations we saw in the stock market last week. But don't forget, markets are just the value of companies. And to talk about businesses and how it affects them, I'm joined by John Cridland, Deputy Director General of the CBI, the Bosses Group, and also Stuart Nicol, Co-President of TIE UK, which is a leading group of global network of entrepreneurs. So representing, if you like, small business. John, if I could ask you first, what does business, the big business, like the guys who are members of your organisation, what do they want to see, regardless of who gets in?
Number one issue is confidence that the incoming government will tackle the deficit, because if they don't tackle the deficit, all of my private sector members will find it much harder to raise money and to get growth going in the economy.
You say that, but by cutting the deficit, cutting public spending, possibly putting taxes up, like we're seeing on the austerity measures in Greece, that can kill off the economy.
The real issue is the confidence in the markets that an incoming government will tackle this Parliament and not leave it, as the last government wanted to do, half of it to the next Parliament. But we're not Greece. Serious as the situation is in the UK, we're not insolvent. We have a different bank lending to government. We have a lot of longer-term government bonds. We're not in the position that Greece is.
Okay, and Stuart, what about the small businessman? What does he want to see out of any coalition?
Well, I think the small businessman, the entrepreneur, is going to set up and hopefully thrive in any environment. I think what he wants to see is support, or what we ought to be giving him is support through the government initiatives, not dissimilar to some carried on by the previous government, perhaps in terms of additional finance and training for him, so that these businesses, the ones that deserve to succeed, do so, and they do so quickly and well, because that's what we need in Britain in the future.
Okay, and John, a coalition, it would be fair to say that it's not the optimal choice for most businesses. You know, why do businesses not like teams of government, a coalition government?
Well, it depends what sort of coalition. What business needs is stability and predictability. The markets are pretty tolerant about the politicians as long as they think they've got a plan. So a coalition that doesn't involve another general election within a year, within 2 years, that I think is a message the market would understand. Instability, dithering, fighting between politicians, that's when the market gets jittery.
Now, one thing that the markets can affect small businesses is when the banks get nervous. We've seen the LIBOR rate, that's the rate that banks charge each other to borrow money, creeping up. Presumably you need the banks to be comfortable so they can lend to small businesses.
I think so, but I think also we need government to make sure that the public sector is buying from small businesses and keeps doing so. Because I think there's been, the NHS and everybody is beginning to cut back slightly, and that has a real dramatic effect on small businesses.
Okay, Stuart, John, thanks very much for now. In 5 minutes' time, the market's open. I have to tell you, the betting is it's going to open up quite strongly. I'd put your shirt on it, Bill. It'll be up about 100 points on the open.